Howdy, happy day. You know, New Year's is just not that far behind us. And a cop stopped me. I was coming back from a party and he said, "Hey, you get out of the car." And I looked at him and I said, "I'm too drunk. You get in." That's just a joke, Mom. I haven't drank for 40 years. I'm still good. Just saying the government has overreach all of the time in so many places. But California, they're the winner. They get all the prizes for overreach. This time they're really racking it up there. Here it comes. Pastors in church. They're passing a law or trying to that will prevent them from saying certain things. All about the alphabet people, right? The alphabet people being the LGBT, the gay people. I don't know all of those letters, so I've shortened it down to just saying your alphabet people, and the government there is saying we want Assembly Concurrent Resolution number 99 to call on everybody to stop perpetrating the idea that something is wrong with the alphabet, those people that identify themselves, or sexual behavior. I mean, come on, you really got to start telling people how to talk. Aren't we entitled to having an opinion? Hate crime, I get it. We all get that. But an opinion? I don't think you have that right. Oh boy, here's a guy in Canada, the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. He was fired because he was straight. It's interesting because his name would imply that he's probably not white. It's Aaron Jagoldish. He could be white. That shouldn't matter. But typically, if you're not white and you're something else, you know, that's all in your favor and you get a job. They don't like hiring white people, particularly in Canada, any longer. Even in the military, in the RCMP, they say, we've met our quota of white people already. You got to be something different. This is a fact. You can't make this stuff up. In any event, back to this guy. They fired him because he said, "Hey, I'm not getting promoted." "Why is that?" The guy said, "Because you're straight." "Are you kidding me? I'm straight and that's a bad thing." He says, "Well, yes." The boss then told him to join a group of gay and bisexual men in the office. Then you might get promoted. And the guy says, "I have to become them?" "Well, not so much, but as long as you hang out with them and hold hands and hug and stuff, then you're going to get promoted." This is pretty disgusting stuff, you know, and this is what's going on. Banks, all banks in Canada, for some reason, promote the gay lifestyle. I don't know why. Every time you get in line to put money in your deposit, there's TV screens, doesn't matter what bank it is, and on the screens, there's men hugging men, and it's saying, you know, we support this, and we've given so much money to the gay pride parades, and there's nothing else. They don't support anything else when you're in the bank, just homosexuality. What's going on? I go there to put money in or take money out. I don't want to be preached to. Not only about that, I don't want a man and a woman up there hugging either, nor do I want to have a preacher telling me about religion. I don't think it's appropriate, and yet they continue to do it. Just say it. Governor Gavin, somebody, Newsom or whatever, in California. I try hard not to remember his name. Newsom, I believe. You know, he's a piece of work, this guy. And he did a really bad job, has done, of the homeless population in Canada. California, you knew that. And the president's calling him out on that because the governor has said it's your fault. Your fault. There's 130,000 people apparently that are homeless in the state of California. And in addition to that, the governor's done a terrible job, so says the president, terrible job of forest management as wildfires raged across California. And so the governor released a video supporting Trump's impeachment. And he went on to say this in his video. "Trump has spent 2019 attacking our institutions and fellow Americans, locking kids in cages, really, sucking up to the NRA and trying to take your health care away, and he denies climate change. So we're going to get him impeached." What he's really saying is, I do a terrible job because everything he says about me is right, and his opinion is different than mine. And how dare he not think like me, and that's not very nice because he's a free thinker. Live and let live, and got to get rid of that guy. That's pretty bad stuff, pretty bad. Lastly, one more thing. It's in Canada. The prime mistake in Canada, he was found guilty twice with regards to interference, I think it was, whatever those long words were, over this SNC Lavalin case, because he did a bad thing, right? And he wanted to let them off the hook. He said they have a lot of jobs, never knowing or thinking, of course, that if they went to jail, the people that run it, because they're a bunch of bad people, that somebody else would pick it up, right? The jobs don't get lost. They just get allocated to somebody else. They get rejigged. In any event, he was always pushing the SN Lavalin thing, and now they've pleaded guilty and they have to pay a $280 million fine. $280 million. In addition to that, the former top executive has been fined and so on. They're guilty. And it's a big deal. A fine of $280 million? I mean, drill down on that. There's all kinds of information that'll fill up truckloads of Chuck, blah, 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 blah. And this guy, the Prime Minister of Canada, has always defended them. Not nice. Hey, I'll come back tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and we'll have more for you from the right. See ya.
Protect yourself from wrongful firearm charges. Visit firearmlegaldefense.com.